Hello, thanks for joining me. I just wanted to check in and do a little housewife ramble. I had a busy day and my daughter is asleep, which normally I would not be happy about because that means we're probably gonna be up for a couple hours in the middle of the night. But I'm trying not to think about that and just enjoy the silence and time to myself, guilt-free. Even though there's always that sense of guilt because I'm like, I should be sleeping too, or I should wake her up so I don't have to go through that tonight. But it's okay. We do what we can when we can. And everything else is kind of for the birds as far as I'm concerned. So today, I mentioned it was busy. We woke up and did some laundry. We did some laundry. Oh my gosh, that's how tired I am. Did some dishes. Washed some dishes. And had some snacks, some unhealthy snacks. Definitely not good breakfast snacks, but she did not want eggs and I did not feel like cooking anything else, so potato chips is fine sometimes. She did have watermelon after that, and I had broccoli and carrots, but I also had a piece of cake, which was not cool. Fed the cat, took care of him, so that was good. And then I took some time to play some music while Emmy was playing, and yeah, I recorded a couple of snippets for Instagram and Facebook, so that was cool. And then I tried to have another piece of cake, threw it away, threw the cake away, did some dishes, and made some really cheap boxed food from the food pantry for lunch because I have issues and I don't always feel like making healthy food, even if I have it around, but especially if I don't have it around, it's like, yeah, the easy stuff is what's getting cooked. Did some more dishes, cleaned up after that, and then Amy wanted to paint, so got the paint ready, which is a whole process. Finding egg cartons, finding the paint, mixing the paint with water, getting the water out, letting her paint for a while, keeping it off of her, and not all over the place. And also trying not to hurt her feelings in the process is really, I'm not very good at it. Then she was done with it and I did some painting for a while. And then she wanted to eat some eggs. So we put all the paint stuff away and I made her some eggs. And then washed dishes again and started the dishwasher. I have a dishwasher, but I like to wash some things by hand. So it's like all day I'm kind of like washing by hand and then doing some stuff in the dishwasher. Finally had enough to start it. This is the most monotone video ever. I'm aware. Had a weird moment where I was sitting with the guitar. Actually, I don't think I had the guitar at that time. I was just sitting here and looking at some stuff on my computer, which was over here. The window is right here. My neighbor's house is right here. And I'm looking here, but I have the window open because it's nice and bright, even though it's overcast and covered in snow. And the neighbors pull up and I sit there for a couple of minutes and I'm doing my thing and then they leave. And I'm like, I'm sure it has nothing to do with me. But there's a small part of my brain that's like, oh my God, what if they think I'm some super creep weirdo? But they have this really just obnoxiously large American flag out front in their house, which to me, as far as I can tell, in our day and age, is code for Trump supporter. So I don't really care if they like us or not, or if they think weird things about us, which is probably a terrible assumption to make, but just going based off of history. I've been watching a lot of Naco Bears and Medicine for the People's music videos, listening to a lot of their stuff, and it's like it's really weird because like it motivates me for a while, and I play some music and I practice and I get kind of dancey and stuff, and then I get really sad because I get it. I know how much it sucks, and I definitely feel like a huge part of the problem in some way, but I do have mental health issues, so I'm not trying to use that as an excuse, but without easy access to health care, things like therapy and medicine, it makes it hard. It makes it hard for me to be responsible in the ways I'd like to be responsible, be more ethical with my shopping and food choices. And I know I probably look like the most privileged person in the world sitting here complaining about this stuff, but I'm like, I don't know what to do sometimes. It's hard to breathe. The guilt is so overpowering. I've got serious issues. I've got serious body image issues and really unhealthy, disordered eating patterns. And that's not even going into the other mental health stuff that I have, which is pretty heavy. And I don't even want to talk about it. It's so heavy. So I like to put that stuff down so that I can play music and read people's tarot and do things that I can do, you know, focus on what I can do, uplift myself, and be more positive. But then I think about, oh God, all this stuff from like who I used to be and the people that I used to hang out with, and some people that I barely hung out with at all, but that for some reason had a huge impact on me, like developmentally or psychologically. And I'm just like, it's not even that I care what they think, it's like, what do I think of my story with those pieces in it? Like, where do I fit who I am now, which just feels so different, with all these people that I barely know anymore. And I get it, like, life changes, we all change, and some of us are more prone to solitude than others, but I guess that's part of the reason why I'm making this video. It's too damn cold to go outside and make friends, and I'm just too damn shy to go up to people I don't know and be like, hey, let's get together, let's do stuff. Most of the time. Every now and then I have a mood where it's really easy, and I'm really grateful for those times, because if I didn't have those moods, I probably wouldn't have any friends at all. But no, I feel like if there's anybody else out there that is struggling with their mental health too, on this day, 2 days before December of 2018, then maybe it will make them feel a little bit better that they're not the only ones feeling kind of raw and unfiltered. Because I'm definitely feeling raw, super raw right now. Like somebody's been scratching nonstop for like 3 weeks and I'm bleeding and they're still scratching raw. So I lit all my candles. And I spent some time on my knees in front of my very tall altar. Don't ask me how I did it. It's private. And I felt the need to just share a little bit of myself that's not like completely poised and talking about tarot like I know everything, or playing music like that's all I ever do and I don't have any problems. Like, of course, that's a lot of what I do, but I also have a lot of problems. And it's okay. It's okay to be both and do both. I have been told by many people in my life that I don't do anything all day. So getting on here and ranting for a few minutes about how many times I did the dishes, how many times, I took the garbage out, I washed the floor, I cleaned up the leaking sink and fixed it. I cleaned the cat box, changed the cat pad. I put the clothes away that were all over the house. I set Emmy up on the couch with her pillows and blanket like I do every day, and the pillows for her chair in case she wants to sit next to me when I'm working. Like, there's a lot of little things that I do. I hung up all the artwork in her room that we did today. There were some pieces I didn't know what to do with, so I'm just saving them for a day when I feel more creative than today, because heaven knows I don't have anything left. But I do a lot. I've done a lot, and I feel like I don't even feel like a very good mother because we don't get outside very much anymore, since it's in the teens and 20s outside lately. I don't know what it is today, but it was actually warmer yesterday, I think, and the day before, but we didn't make it to the park, and I made myself feel pretty terrible about that. Not on purpose, not intentionally. It's just like, I feel like we should take advantage of good weather days, but sometimes good weather days don't correlate to good mind days, so I'm just like, why does my mind have to be this way? And there is stuff that makes me feel better. Listening to fun, happy music that I like makes me feel better. Doing art and collage and making necklaces or making anything makes me feel better. Making food makes me feel better. Unfortunately, making food makes me feel a lot better, so that's a lot of what I do. I just wish I was more healthy and creative with it and not just like, must consume now. And all of it. Lastly, I made a giant pot of spaghetti. So that'll be waiting for Drew when he gets home. And if I'm super motivated, Amy and I will get dressed and bundled up and go out in this godforsaken cold weather and go get some meatballs or something to spruce it up with, garlic bread. I don't know. I would get her crescent rolls because she likes crescent rolls. But anyways, that's if I feel motivated. It probably won't happen. But it's an okay day. You know, I've had hard moments, but I've done a lot. I got a lot done. I got a lot done yesterday and the day before. And sometimes I forget about all this stuff that I do. And it's easy for somebody who doesn't know you at all or doesn't spend any time with you to come into the picture and say, you don't do anything, but we do. And she's awake, so I gotta go. But it's okay. Have a good day, y'all.